Live from Uvalde, Texas, the Crossroads of Texas and America.
Texas Country at the Crossroads with Robert Miguel.
The best new country from the Lone Star State.
Alrighty, we are live at Broadway, 830-100 East Main Street, downtown Uvalde. Our Texas Country at the Crossroads interview series. Today's guest will be Mr. Buddy Vargas, driving in from Gruene, Texas, and he is stuck in traffic on 35, which is, I know, story of most of our lives. So we're expecting him maybe about 6:45. He'll probably be huffing and puffing and hot from that drive when he comes in, but we're going to try to get him on even if he gets here last minute. So, of course, we'll have music on the way from Mr. Buddy Vargas. He's performing tonight here at Broadway 830 from 7 to 10 p.m. in the beautiful outdoor courtyard. I got to say, it's been a really hot couple of days in Uvalde, Texas, but here on the patio right here, right now at about 6:30 p.m., it is feeling real nice. There's some shade, a nice breeze, the birds are singing. I've got myself a delicious Broadway 830 drink special, and just getting excited for some delicious food and some live music. So let's go ahead and start off. I'm going to feature some brand new music, man. This last couple of weeks has been really good for new music. So I'm going to play a couple of new tracks here that I'm really proud to have on rotation at UvaldeRadio.net. First of which, young man out of Alice, Texas. He's been doing records for the last, I guess, 3 or 4 years. And I got to say, I love all his stuff, but this is probably my favorite new release he's done in quite some time, at least the last couple of years. So y'all check it out. Mr. Robert Ray out of Alice, Texas. His new song is called Country on the Radio, and y'all hearing it first right here on UvaldeRadio.net.
Songs say the same old thing, like a broken record skipping down on Main. Pretty girls, pickups, and cut-off jeans, you know what I mean. Dirt roads, cornrows, and homemade wine. Juke joints jumping on the county line. Heard him sing about it a million times, but I don't mind, as long as there's a small town and a Saturday night. Blue jean babies in the full moonlight. Tip back your Dixie, howl at the stars. Every time you hear that slide guitar. And your baby's on the tailgate, and you're stealing those kisses to a little George Strait. That's how we rock and that's how we roll, as long as there's country on the radio. Always gonna be a party out in the pines. Always gonna be a shot up highway sign. A paper sack full of beer and a jar of shine from time to time. There's always gonna be people trying to run us down, saying we ain't got nothing on a big town. I bet they'd come around if they came on down, as long as there's a small town and a Saturday night. Blue jean babies in the full moonlight. Tip back your Dixie, howl at the stars. Every time you hear that slide guitar. And your baby's on the tailgate, and you're stealing those kisses to a little George Strait. That's how we rock and that's how we roll, as long as there's country on the radio. There's always gonna be a part of me kicking back in BFE. Yeah, that's how it's always gonna be, as long as there's a small town and a Saturday night. Blue jean babies in the full moonlight. Tip back your Dixie, howl at the stars. Every time you hear that slide guitar. And your baby's on the tailgate, and you're stealing those kisses to a little George Strait. That's how we rock and that's how we roll, as long as there's country on the radio. Some country on the radio, as long as there's a small town. Saturday nights,
UvaldeRadio.net. We are live at Broadway, 830-100 East Main Street, downtown Uvalde. If you are in the Uvalde area and you can hear my voice right now, you need to slap on some smell good, you know what I mean, and make sure you're wearing that deodorant and come on out here this evening for a great time at Broadway 830. Delicious artisan pizza, ice cold craft beer, some great drink specials, and live music by Mr. Buddy Vargas. He'll be performing tonight from 7 to 10 p.m. on the outdoor patio. You just heard brand spanking new music. Matter of fact, we might be one of the first stations playing that in the great state of Texas, but that was brand new by Robert Ray out of Alice. The new track is called Country on the Radio. Now, again, like I mentioned earlier, Mr. Buddy Vargas is running late this afternoon, so we're just going to, pad it and keep playing some great new music. Like I said earlier, got a lot of great tunes out of East Texas, man. Darrin Morris Band. I just love this guy. He's got this kind of 80s, early 90s traditional country vocal stylings and just a fantastic live band. They've got a brand new, and for a band that kind of does a lot of, I guess you would want to call like ballads or love songs. Here's a kind of upbeat number about the weekend. Matter of fact, it's called Weekend. Check it out, brand new from the Darrin Morris Band. This is UvaldeRadio.net, and we're live at Broadway 830.
Might be a Friday, Saturday or Sunday. It's finally time for us to all unwind. Knock the workday off your boots, turn on up and just let loose. Lift those long necks to the sky. We've been waiting for the weekend. Tonight let's jump into the deep end. Find a place with a party crowd, crank that country music loud. We'll burn our candles from both ends. We've been waiting for the weekend. Fire it up and start the show. Rockin' country's how we roll. Underneath these Lone Star neon lights. We've been waiting for the weekend. Tonight let's jump into the deep end. Find a place with a party crowd, crank that country music loud. We'll burn our candles from both ends. We've been waiting for the weekend. Come on. We've been waiting for the weekend. Tonight let's jump into the deep end. Find a place with a party crowd, crank that country music loud. We'll burn our candles from both ends. We've been waiting for the weekend. We'll burn our candles from both ends. We've been waiting for the weekend.
Hi, this is Jon Stork, and you're listening to Uvalde Radio, redefining radio in Uvalde, Texas.
I'm a folding knife and old blue jeans. I'm a loaded up toolbox 243. A little more off than on the rails. Raised up on raising hell. I'm a quarter in a jukebox country song. I'm boots in the bar till the lights come on. A double on a tab, a toke out back. I'm a back row center at bat. And you can blame it on my blood, 'cause where I'm from runs through my veins like a Mustang, no reins, chasing down the sun. It's who I am, it's what I
can blame it on my blood. I'm a hello goodbye gust of wind. I'm a farewell letter from start to end. I can tell when you sat next to me. I'm what you want, not what you need. And you can blame it on my blood, 'cause where I'm from runs through my veins like a Mustang, no reins, chasing down the sun. It's who I am, it's what I've done. I'm a little hard-headed and even harder to love, and you can blame it on my blood. You can blame it on my blood, 'cause where I'm from runs through my veins like a Mustang, no reins, chasing down the sun. It's who I am, oh, it's what I've done. I'm a little hard-headed and even harder to love. Yeah, I'm a little hard-headed and even harder to love. You can blame it on my blood. Oh, you can blame it on my blood.
All right, all right, all right. Texas Country at the Crossroads with Robert Miguel. Live from Uvalde, Texas, the crossroads of Texas and America.
Alrighty, we are live at Broadway, 830-100 East Main Street, downtown Uvalde. Texas Country at the Crossroads, the interview series. We're expecting Mr. Buddy Vargas coming in from Gruene. He is held up in traffic on 35, and not surprising. But hopefully we'll get him in here, do a little bit of music, and get caught up with Mr. Vargas, see what he's got going on. You just heard brand spanking new, and I'm talking about this isn't even supposed to be out for a couple of weeks, as far as I know. The brand new track by Jon Stork. It's called Blood. And man, if you listen to UvaldeRadio.net, you know we play a lot of Jon Stork. He has, in the short time he's been recording and touring with Texas Country, he has already garnered some great awards. Male Vocalist of the Year, New Male Vocalist of the Year, but nominated for lots of stuff. So Jon Stork, obviously new material, which means a brand new record very, very soon. So keep it on UvaldeRadio.net for details on that. Again, that was brand new Jon Stork. It's called Blood. And while we wait for Buddy to come in, let's go ahead and get you excited about next weekend. Next Friday, we've got another young lady out of San Antonio, Texas. Guys, I'm just going to put it out there. She is beautiful, so definitely come on out. And not only is she beautiful, but, man, she sings like an angel. What a great thing. And a little bit different here. Generally speaking, we do mostly Texas country and red dirt artists, but she's kind of more of a Americana, Texas country, pop rock thing, so you can't really categorize her. She does a little bit of everything, so I'm sure she's going to do some pop hits and some rock covers as well. So it'll be a good night next week with Sierra Lynn. All right, so Sierra Lynn out of San Antonio will be here, and she's got a brand new song. It's called I'm All In. So y'all check this out again. Sierra Lynn here next Friday, kicking off your Memorial Weekend at Broadway 830. So be out here next Friday night for a good time. And this is her brand new track, I'm All In. Sierra Lynn, UvaldeRadio.net.
I don't see how things could be any better. The world seems brighter, you by my side. Never wanna give up.
UvaldeRadio.net. We are live at Broadway, 830 100 East Main Street, downtown Uvalde. Texas Country at the Crossroads, our interview series featuring the rising stars of Texas country. And that was a kind of more of a Texas music artist, Sierra Lynn. The track is called I'm All In. She'll be performing here at Broadway 830 next Friday, kicking off your Memorial Weekend in Uvalde, Texas. Sierra Lynn out of San Antonio. The new track is called I'm All In. And again, not really a Texas country lady. She does rock, pop, a little bit of Americana. It's going to be a good time. A lot of variety here. And here he is, the man of the hour. He made it. I'm sure he's out of breath and ready to go. Mr. Buddy Vargas is in the house. Give me a little mic check. Make sure I can hear you.
Check, 1 2 1 2. I made it.
Sounding good. So, Buddy, you came all the way in from Gruene, right?
From Gruene, yes, that's right.
Tell me about that traffic. How did that go?
Oh my gosh, I left at 3:30, and I expected to get here about 5:45ish, and be set up in 20-30 minutes. But I got stuck in traffic, and I took all these back roads, and then there was an accident here, stalled car here. It just wasn't my travel day, man.
So, be honest.
Yeah.
How much, like, in the car by yourself cussing was there involved? Was there a
Oh
whole lot
man,
of
the whole way. I got a
I'm
sore
not
throat.
the only one.
Yeah, road rage.
Right. So Buddy's a little hoarse tonight. It's not his fault.
Yeah.
It's the traffic. No, man. And then of course you're burning your cash. Because gas is so expensive too. It's ridiculous, man.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just part. I mean, what are you gonna do? You still got to drive. You know what I mean, it's no use in complaining. I think. So I got a Tahoe. You know what I mean? That guzzles, but whatever,
sure,
man.
Well, in light of the drive, in light of gas prices, I just want to say a heartfelt thank you so much for coming down to Uvalde again. I know it's been a while since we've had you here.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Every opportunity I get. I mean, this is all I do for a living, so I go all over the state doing everything. So I appreciate it every time I get to come out here to Broadway and listen to, especially Uvalde.net, which you can hear everywhere, by the way.
There you go. Thank you for the plug. Appreciate that, man. Very good.
So,
well, Buddy, it's good to have you in. I know we're running a little bit late here, so let's go and get a song on right now.
Sure.
And then we'll come back and we'll get to know you and get caught up on what's going on.
Cool.
So I've got a song here lined up called "Forgive Me." I know some of your last couple of new ones, so this is one of the newer ones, right?
Yeah, this is a newer one, and it's about a topic that not a whole lot of people talk about, but in light of, like, recently Naomi Judd, if you can catch my drift, there's a lot of people who I think don't really talk about suicide and suicide awareness, and I think the other side of that is forgiveness. And I wrote this song with my cousin, because her little boy, he decided in March of 2018 to end his own life, and the family was tore up about it, and I got to thinking about the whole other side of it, and I think forgiveness might help in the healing process, and I've gotten some grief over the song, and I've gotten a lot of people saying that they really enjoy the song and appreciate the song.
It's a touchy subject. I mean,
it's
and you're going to have people are going to have hard stances on probably in any side of it. But I think you're right. It kind of puts you from the perspective of the lost one, right?
Yes.
Kind of like they're asking for forgiveness.
Yes, they're asking for forgiveness because, I mean, obviously nobody knew anything that was going on. It was a silent war. He was fighting, and that happens with a lot of vets that come back. I've gotten stories from a lot of vets thanking me for the song, saying that I tried to kill myself at one point, but I didn't, and I'm glad that I'm still here. And thank you for the song and this and that. And then I've had people just say it's a trigger for us. We don't really like. Please don't perform it. Don't that kind of thing. So
right.
Yeah. So I've had both sides of the coin, and it's unfortunate, but it's a.
But when a song hits that hard and, like you said, triggers somebody, that those are the markings of something that is impactful.
And the crazy thing is, it's one of those songs that just wrote itself. You know what I mean? And again, with my cousin's help, because she was saying that I hear my son talking to me, and he said this and this and this, and I took that little phrase or two and ran with it, and so we co-wrote the song.
Wow, very good.
And it's just that song just flowed and wrote itself.
Well, guys, just check the song out if you haven't heard it recently, and really soak in the message and check it out again. Mr. Buddy Vargas performing here tonight at Broadway 830, probably a little after 7 because we're running a little bit late.
7:01.
Okay, 7:01 maybe at the latest. But check it out. This is called "Forgive Me," and this is UvaldeRadio.net, Texas Country at the Crossroads.
Mama, that you're reading this. I never wanted to make you cry, but I can't go on like this. I love you with all my heart, but the pain was too much to take. Tell my little sister I'll miss her, and I'll see you both again someday. It's been raining on me forever. Those
dark clouds follow me around. Time and time again you told me to be strong and that I'd never be alone. And you were right, 'cause I see Grandma and Grandpa, I see the uncles I never met. I see blue skies and sunshine and smiles I'll never forget. All those stormy nights are behind me, they're all a memory. Now I'm praying for you to forgive me. Mama, please forgive me. Well, Mama, you raised me right. You did your best for Sis and I. But lately, I've been fighting a losing fight. But now I see the light, 'cause I'm standing in the light. And I see Grandma and Grandpa, I see the uncles I never met. I see blue skies and sunshine and smiles I'll never forget. All those stormy nights are behind me, they're all a memory. Now I'm praying for you to forgive me. Oh, Mama, please forgive me. And don't you cry for me no more, 'cause I'm standing at heaven's door. And I see Grandma and Grandpa, I see the uncles I never met. I see blue skies and sunshine and smiles I'll never forget. All those stormy nights are behind me, they're all a memory. Now I'm praying for you to forgive me. Mama, please forgive me. It's so beautiful here. Forgive me.
Texas Country at the Crossroads with Robert Miguel, featuring the best country music from the Lone Star State. Live from Uvalde, Texas, the Crossroads of Texas and America.
Alrighty, we are live at Broadway, 830 100 East Main Street, downtown Uvalde, getting ready for Friday Night Live, doing our Texas Country at the Crossroads interview series with Mr. Buddy Vargas in from Gruene, who made it in despite insane traffic and gas prices. But you just heard his one of his newer tracks here called "Forgive Me." Again, really poignant, really heartfelt, really.
Thank you.
I mean, what a wonderful song. Now, before we get into another track for you, go ahead and give us your back bio, man. We talked about it before, but I know you've got a family. Like you're a musical pedigree of sorts, so go and give us that.
I'm one of generations of musicians in the Vargas family, and my family's from Puerto Rico. So we got salseros, we got classical violinists and things like that. And my dad was a Tejano musician. He sang backup for Roberto Pulido's clásicos and played congas with him, and I played congas with Bobby Pulido. So it was kind of a weird connection there. But I've been in the biz since about 94, 95, and doing my own thing since 09. Played with Bobby Pulido for a long time and was a roadie with him first for like 3 years. Terrible gig, being out in the mud and dirt and snow and rain, all that stuff. And I started doing this.
Real quick. Now,
sure.
Roadies generally musicians that are looking for a gig inside? Is that the way it works?
Well, a lot of them could be. There's a lot of them because a lot of times a lot of the roadies will get up and sound check.
Uh-huh.
So this is my alter ego band. It's called Roadie Friday Night, and it's some friends of mine will get together and record some stuff, and it's like rock stuff, whatever. But most of them roadies want to be musicians, and
I would always think so. Yeah.
There's a lot of them that are just hardcore into like pushing cases and setting up the lights and stuff like that, programming lights.
Sometimes you hear a roadie, you'll see a roadie setting up a stage doing things, and then all of a sudden some guitarist gets up there and wails this crazy like Van Halen solo,
and it's a roadie.
Yeah, it's a roadie, right?
Yeah, a lot of time in the rock industry, there's most of the techs for the guitar techs and drum techs and stuff. They're rockers and they play.
They're aspiring musicians that are trying to do the thing. Yeah, I mean, actually, because then you're going city to city, handing out demos and making connections, and that's a big part of it.
Well, I'd always been writing country since like 1991 and writing some terrible songs, but I figured when I got into with Bobby Pulido, I was like, man, I can get close to Jimmy and Joe and to Emilio and give them songs and this and that and Jay and all these guys, and so I did. I gave a lot of music out, and a lot of music didn't get recorded, but then I've been recorded by a bunch of Tejanos, and like the biggest one probably by Grupo Vida. They recorded a song called Es Más Fuerte, and it was on a Latin Grammy nominated CD, Generations and stuff.
Wow.
So I've had the opportunity to work on a bunch of projects that were Latin Grammy nominated or American Grammy nominated too. But my passion has always been country, and I've always tried, like I said, write it, and I really enjoy playing it, I really enjoy performing it, and I really enjoy coming out to places like this, Broadway 830, where they have great pies, making friends a tune at a time is what I call it. So,
very good.
Yeah.
Well, we're excited about the live show tonight. Let's go and talk about the recordings.
Sure.
Forgive me, and then we're going to do another song called "It's You, Baby." Where do you record, and who do you work with as far as these songs that we can hear?
These particular couple songs, I sent them off. There's this place, I don't know if I can plug it or not.
Of course, yeah.
It's called Tune Designer, tunedesigner.com, and what it is, you send them your idea, and you give them just a rough draft of acoustic guitar or whatever, and they create a song out of it. They create all the parts for it, and then you do your vocals locally, which I did in San Antonio with my friend Eddie Perez. Who's a Grammy-nominated producer. I recorded the vocals at his place and sent them off the files.
Wow!
And they put it all together,
kind of arrange it and everything.
Wow. Yeah, and they send it right back to you, and that's.
So you really don't know some of the players on this.
I don't know them personally.
What cool.
We've become friends, But
so how is this something that only you know about, or is there many artists that use this?
There's
service?
a lot of country artists, songwriters that use it. A lot of guys use their band, right? In the Texas scene,
right.
But I don't have a band, so I reach out to players that I know are gonna sound fantastic. You know what I mean? So Rich Redmond from Jason Aldean, his drummer, he does stuff like that too. He'll say, "Send me your tunes, and I'll put drums to it, and I'll hire all these fantastic musicians.
Yeah.
Send it back to you." And
because they've got session people that they're working with constantly.
That's the way.
So they're already there. They're and
you don't have to go to Nashville.
And these guys, they're amazing. They can they hear the melody, and then boom, one take, right?
See, times have changed, because it used to be where everybody gets in a room together, and now everybody's just sharing files, sharing files. It's just easier that way.
Now, I mean, knowing what you know about music, how do you feel about that? I mean, do you feel like it takes some of the? Do you think it's homogenized now? Do you think it takes a little bit of heart and soul out of it, or I feel like there's negatives and positives to that kind of thing.
Well, in my opinion, I think it's hard to tell these days because nobody plays like the Eagles. They would all get in a room and play together live, and so everybody just does their individual parts, and we've all, I think,
we're acclimated to it.
We're getting accustomed to hearing it, so everything still kind of sounds stiff. You know what I mean? Where it's not as loose and.
But we expect it that way. We're kind of conditioned.
We got used to it, yeah.
And you're right in a sense that now everything's on a beat, on a clicker.
Yeah.
Whereas before, there was ebb and flow, and if you listen to any particular recording, anything from the Beatles, the Eagles, Iron Butterfly, and any old classic or country, their stuff was not, in sync. It wasn't like you could put a metronome to it and it was.
Alex Van Halen in 1984. You try to put a click on that thing, and he's up and down all over, but it sounds right
because the tempo's changed, and that's live music, right?
Man.
So very cool.
It's yeah.
Well, very cool. Well, it's good to know how you do that. Now you mentioned you don't have a band, but you're kind of a one-man band. That's kind of one of your selling points, and you got a whole lot of gear over here for one dude. So let's go and talk about the live show and what you do to put on a program.
Yeah, I want to invite everybody out first of all to come out to Broadway 830 or 830, however you guys say it. And
either or in both.
Have a pie, get some cold drinks, and check out my show, man. I play electronic foot drums. What they are is basically triggers, and it's just a boom bap, and it sounds a little more lively and less monotonous than I'm not ragging on anybody, but we kind of all play the same thing and do the same, but I like to present it a little bit different, and it's just at first people don't know what's going on, then they see me moving my legs and looking around, they say, oh, I see those little things down there, what is that, and then they start kind of enjoying it, and I think it helps people get up and want to dance. Speaking of that, get on your cell phones and tell everybody to come hang out over here with us tonight, and plenty of dancing music for you, and of course they got the best pies around and some cold drinks, man.
Give me an example of what the set list kind of sounds like. What kind of music are you doing? I know obviously you're going to do some of your originals.
Yeah.
Your cover songs. What does that look like?
Yeah, I do originals, but I mostly play, I guess, 80% cover songs, because people want to hear songs they know generally. Sure. So I'll go from George Strait to George Jones to Randy Rogers to Josh Abbott, Radney Foster to Bruno Mars.
Saying all the right things.
I'll throw Metallica in there. I got a couple Metallica songs. They sound countryfied, but I'll throw some of that stuff in there. Just stuff that I really
if Metallica can cover Rihanna, then you can cover Metallica.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Ronnie James Dio, whatever. I mix it up, man. I like all kinds of music, man. So.
Well, man, I wish we could talk forever and ever and ever, but I know the show must go on. We got to start up here pretty soon. We do have your one of your newer singles here called "It's You, Baby." So go give us a quick. Well, before we get into that, give us all of your website, how to find you, how to get your music, all that stuff.
Yeah, I got. You go to buddyvargas.com. And you can run into all my social media links there. I got Facebook, YouTube, eHarmony. I'm just kidding about that last one. But you just get there, and all of my links are there, and the bio and tour dates. I go all over the state doing this stuff. And if you're from out of town, because I know you can hear Uvalde radio.net all over the place, so I'll go see you soon. If you just go to buddyvargas.com, and you'll find my road schedule right there.
Very good. And can you buy merch? You got T-shirts, CDs, anything like that?
I don't have any at the moment.
Right now? Okay.
Yeah, because I went to South Padre recently, and I spent a week out there, and I sold everything.
I bet they ate you up, man, huh?
Yeah, it was great, man. So I don't have anything right
now.
now.
Well, hey, man, you get on the road a lot. So I know we're extending the interview here, but what are some of your favorite spots to go to? I mean, you're a road dog, right? So what are the hot spots you really enjoy going to? And I guess enter it in two ways, because it's totally different. Summertime when it's hot, and then in the fall or winter when it's cooler. Yeah. Do you have like particulars where you like to go visit seasonally?
Well, I love the cool weather, first of all.
Of course.
But it's funny because like if you can't mess with Football Friday in Texas, so I've tried not to book in those super small towns on a Friday night in football season. But I really like the small towns. The small town feel, they seem to enjoy the music better than if I play them somewhere in San Antonio. There's 32 screens and they're playing the Spurs, And so the small towns, man, and South Texas, and of course here Uvalde is great. I go out to Del Rio every once in a while, and of course the coastal towns that if I get there I don't like going in the summertime. I'll go twice a year. I'll go in the early spring, and in the fall.
Otherwise, you're just sweating. You're just like a big old moist.
I don't like that, man. The smaller towns, man, to me, that's where it's at, I think. Man.
Well, Uvalde is excited to have you here tonight, awesome. So thank you for being here again, Mr. Buddy Vargas. Go to buddyvargas.com, get all the information, download some music, and we're going to do the new track here called It's You, Baby. Give us a quick overview on what this is about.
Yeah, it's about all those. It's for all these gentlemen that got your ladies making you see hearts all day long, just popping up over your head like a cartoon. And she's looking at her man, and she's like, what's gotten into you? Are you okay? And the correct answer, gentlemen, should always be, well, it's you, baby. And that's what how the song came about. Just, it's you, baby.
I love it. Is it about your wife, perhaps? Or?
No, this one came out pulled right out of the air, man.
General love song, huh?
Yeah.
Very good. Again, Buddy Vargas here. It's you, baby. Check him out live tonight here at Broadway 830. And that's pretty much going to wrap it up. I might do a final plug at the end, but pretty much going to wrap it up here with Texas Country at the Crossroads with Mr. Buddy Vargas. Thank you again, sir. Appreciate you fighting traffic and coming out here to Uvalde. Right. Check it out. This is UvaldeRadio.net.
So high like I could fly, but I don't need wings. Something's got me, I feel so alive. It's like nothing I've ever dreamed. You're asking what could it be, what's gotten into you? I say, it's you, baby, you. Got me thinking about love, got me thinking about rings, got me seeing hearts in everything. You got me thinking about us, got me thinking about things in an X-rated kind of way. Wanna know what it is that makes my heart beat true. It's you, baby, you.
Live from Uvalde, Texas, the crossroads of Texas and America. Texas Country at the Crossroads with Robert Miguel.
Alrighty, we are live at Broadway, 830 100 East Main Street, downtown Uvalde, wrapping up our Texas Country at the Crossroads interview series. Mr. Buddy Vargas, one more time. He's getting ready to go on live here at Broadway 830 in the outdoor courtyard. Like he said, they got some great pie over here, a delicious artisan pizza, ice cold craft beer. Try the beer flight, man. It's fantastic. Lots of drink specials for May, including the El Guapo. That's what I've been getting all month. The Dr. Pepper with the rum with a little cherry on top. It's good stuff, especially if you're a DP fan. But Buddy Vargas is playing tonight, 7 to 10 p.m. It's going to be a great time. Next weekend, Sierra Lynn out of San Antonio. Be sure to make plans for that. And again, if you missed any portion of these interviews, go to uvalderadio.net/Texas Country at the Crossroads. It's easier just to find the link right there at uvalderadio.net, and you can catch the podcast presentations of the interviews here. So be sure and catch up on past episodes. I know recently we've spoken to Chuck Weimer, Weston Rips, Rhea Grace, who else have we had in here recently? Laura Leonard, and then of course, just bookmark it, man, and come back and see us. All right, so I'm Robert Miguel. Let's gonna wrap it up here. We're gonna get back into regular programming, and we expect to see you here live tonight at Broadway 830, downtown Uvalde. This is uvalderadio.net. Peace.